Alright, so let's be honest. There are many videos here on YouTube, including many videos here on my own personal channel, that talk about all the great things about owning a Tesla. The pros of owning a Tesla, why it's so great, why I love my Tesla, all this, great stuff that talks about the illustrious Tesla ecosystem. But let's be honest for a second. What about the cons? What about the issues with the car, the show-stopping issues, the little daily annoyances, and all the little negative things that add up that maybe would make you think twice before purchasing, considering to purchase, or ever have any interest or desire in getting a Tesla vehicle. In this video, I kind of want to focus on the negatives of owning a Tesla. In my experience, what have been kind of some of the pitfalls, some of the issues, the downfalls of Tesla, and potentially what Tesla could even do to fix those issues from an owner's perspective, who, quite frankly, happens to really like their Tesla Model 3. Also, before anyone comments, I am going to do a flip side to this argument. I'm going to talk about the best parts of owning a Model 3, or a Tesla, I guess, too, in general. You want to make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for that. And while you're down there, just thumbs up this video because I'd appreciate it, and that video will be coming very soon. But for now, let's talk about the bad stuff. So first things first, spoiler alert, revelation time. I know this might be a shocker, but a Tesla is an electric vehicle, which means it's 100% powered by electricity. There is no internal combustion engine or gas needed. This is a pro for many people, but I will be honest, I've heard from many, it's also a con. Not being able to pop into a gas station and fill up in a matter of minutes and then be off on the road and to your next destination is a little concerning for many people. The idea of having to charge your car sounds a little intimidating. What's even more intimidating is the home charging process. If you have a 120 volt outlet, your car is going to charge at a very slow charging speed. It's just going to take a long time to do. If you have a 240 volt, that's great, but many people have to have an electrician come out, have to professionally install that 240 volt outlet. It's a little bit cumbersome, it can be a little expensive, and for many people, it's just a little much. And then for those who are like me that don't have access to a home charger, then you have a whole other complication on your hands of trying to find a place to charge, whether that's at an adjacent apartment complex, perhaps, or another supercharger, or you have to go find public chargers, or maybe at your place of work. Trying to navigate the charging situation can be a little complicated, and to be honest, for some people, they just don't want to deal with it. Owning a gas-powered car and going to a gas station is just much simpler, much more convenient, and just makes more sense than going with an electric vehicle. Road trips is another big one. If you are into long road trips, cross-country road trips, going anywhere in your car for a long period of time, you're gonna have to keep a couple of things in mind. Obviously, range anxiety is a big deal, and it's a true thing. Many people are very concerned about the range their car has. And even owning an electric vehicle myself, I am always conscious of the range and the battery percentage I have left and where I could go if needed to charge. If you're on a road trip and you own an electric vehicle like a Tesla, you're gonna have to map out exactly where chargers are on your route, specifically probably in most cases a supercharger, because you want to charge up fast and not wait hours and hours for your car to slowly charge up so you can continue on your journey. That is a very inconvenient and annoying thing for many people. Some people like the supercharging experience, some people like the idea of stopping and stretching their legs because they're going to do it anyways, but to be fair, a lot of people just don't like it. It's an extra hassle and they just would rather not deal with it and go to a gas station instead. And then again, range anxiety, many people just don't like the idea of having to check, how much air am I using? What peripherals do I have plugged in? Is the heater on? Seeing the energy consumption graph. People would just rather look at the gas gauge, see where they are, and not have to worry about it. Again, two sides of the story. Some people think it's overblown, some people think it's the end of the world, but it's a very valid concern that we just got to acknowledge. And the next thing is pricing. Many people are kind of off-put by the cost of Tesla vehicles, and they can be expensive. The Model S or X or a performance variant, you're getting up there to a pretty expensive car. Also, people don't like the idea of the price being set in stone. The price of the Tesla vehicles on the Tesla website, with little to no exception, is the price you are going to pay, what others are going to pay, and what people are going to pay in the future. The prices are not up for negotiation. So what you see is kind of what you have to pay. Some people don't like that. People want to negotiate. They want to do the little dealership dance to go around other places, to try to price match, to try to do that whole song and dance. I don't know. I personally would rather not do that, and I just kind of like, okay, this is the price I'm going to pay, this is what it is, but some people like that haggling and negotiation. You just can't do that with Tesla. Another issue that people have an issue with, specifically when it comes to buying this car, is if you're not near a Tesla a delivery center or service center, or if you're not near a Tesla store, there is no way to test drive this car. There is, Turo and stuff like that. But let's talk about a traditional car buying experience. There is no lot to go to inspect the car, kick the tires, take a look around, and then say, hey, I want to test drive this one, and maybe if I'm feeling happy with it, I will go ahead and proceed to buy it. That is just not how Tesla works, for better or for worse. So a lot of people don't like the idea of putting that amount of money into a car, sight unseen, without a test drive, having blind faith in Tesla, and just expecting to get a car and be happy with it. People just don't like that idea. Next, let's talk about the fit and finish. Now, Tesla is known for doing many great things and also some not so great things, but I think we can all agree they're notoriously bad for the fit and finish and delivery of some of their vehicles. I mean, you can do a quick Google search or look up some Reddit threads, YouTube videos, whatever you want to do, and find some pretty horrific videos of damaged cars trying to be passed off for delivery. From paint chips, rock chips, scratches, scrapes, to some more severe cosmetic damages. It's a little disheartening to see the stories of people who have not been able to take delivery of the car or have refused delivery of the car kind of on the spot just because of the issues. What's even worse, those are the people that get those cars, think nothing's wrong, go on their merry way, and can't even make it home before the dashboard lights up and there's some weird critical issues requiring them to pull over. Again, probably not a specific issue to Tesla. Other manufacturers have this as well, but Tesla does have a reputation these days of not having the best fit and finish when it comes to the cosmetics of their car when it comes time to take delivery. Something that makes some people very hesitant. And another one is servicing a Tesla, which can be a little complicated. The parts are sometimes hard to come by, and if you don't live by a Tesla service center or within a remote area or a distance of a service center, it can be very difficult to service these cars. With regular service, let alone some kind of faulty issue with the mechanics, with this hardware, or if you get into an accident, because they're certified Tesla service centers are kind of few and far between, and it's hard to get parts, it's expensive. Servicing these cars can be a little bit difficult, especially, again, if you're not near a Tesla service center. It can be even more difficult to get any work done on your Tesla. Which also goes hand in hand with another Tesla issue the company is notorious for, and that is a poor or total lack of communication. A service advisor could tell you one thing, a sales rep could tell you something else, and then you get a call from someone that tells you to disregard the other two people and only listen to what they have to say. Communication breaks down very quickly within Tesla, and it's weird that different subsets of the company almost act like their own individual parts and businesses. It's very weird, and Tesla certainly and definitely has a communication problem between service centers, between asking questions to, oh, you didn't get a call that your car was ready? I guess that just slipped through the cracks, which has happened many times, happened to me in my personal scenario as well, which is super weird. So yeah, there's a communication issue here. Again, probably not specific to just Tesla, but again, as the company grows, they are a major auto manufacturer now worth many, many billions of dollars. They got to get the fundamentals right, and customer service, and more specifically communication, continues to be a sticking point for many people and continues to be a big issue when dealing with Tesla and inside of Tesla themselves as well. And kind of the last major thing is the software of the car. Now, let's talk about all the good stuff. I mean, the software in this car makes this vehicle incredibly advanced. It's packed with all the tech. It's got a great feature set. Software updates are always coming to make things better. It's really cool, but that software is a double-edged sword. In my particular case, for example, I'll link to a video up here that talks about all the issues and problems I've had with my Standard Range Plus since I got it in May 2019, and a majority of the issues I've experienced have been software related, from random crashes to reboots to an instance or two where the car just refuses to ever initiate a reboot, and I'm driving on the freeway 60 miles an hour with no screen, no speedometer, no AC, no nothing, because the car refuses to restart, which is super weird. So as much as I love the software and the features of Tesla vehicles, there is some validity to the statement and the idea that Teslas are in fact computers on wheels, which is good and bad. Great in some instances, but also not so great because computers crash, computers have issues, there are software bugs, and those software updates come regularly to fix these issues. There have been many instances, annoying or not, that you just have these weird software issues in your vehicle that just cannot be explained, and no one really knows exactly exactly what happened, what the problem was, or how to fix it. It can be very weird and just very frustrating. And again, because this car leans so heavily into tech, if people are not so inclined in technology, or they don't want to deal with issues, or just the amount of issues that come up with all that software, can be a little off-putting for many potential Tesla customers. And with that, I'm gonna leave it there as just kind of some of the biggest things I've noticed as a Tesla owner myself. What about you guys? If you own a Tesla, what are some of the biggest cons, some of the biggest issues that you've had with your Model 3, S, Y, X, whatever it happens to be? And what have been some of the biggest issues that have kept you from recommending a Tesla or from getting a Tesla yourself? Leave that in the comment down below, in a comments, whatever you want to do. As always, I appreciate all of those. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video if you have not already. I sincerely appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.